Satnam, good morning. Welcome everybody. Today we practice part 2 of our Kundalini Yoga for Resilience, focusing on compassion. So we start today with some very wise words from Albert Einstein. He says, a human being is part of the whole, called by us universe. A part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion, to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in all of its beauty. Such beautiful words. And I think for so many of us, this is very often where our suffering begins, in this space where we feel ourselves as separate from, rather than part of, this thing that we call the universe. And the more and more that we move away from our separateness and towards our oneness, the more we're able to feel compassion. But of course, when we see ourselves as separate, it's very easy to go into that judgment, that internal critic. And so we have to start to see ourselves as part of the whole, where there is no judgment, where everything is exactly as it is meant to be. So you can bring your hands together. Fred's getting very excited here. And bring them to your heart center. Take a beautiful, long, deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And let's inhale to begin. Om. Sadguru Name, Jugadguru Name, Sadguru Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Sadguru Name, Jugadguru Name, Sadguru Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Sadguru Name, Jugadguru Name, Sadguru Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Beautiful. And bring your hands to your knees. Let's start with some spinal flexors. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, drop down. Really feel the movement through your spine. Feel the connection. And trust your body. Let your body lead you. And as you move, start to experience your body not as a solid mass, which is what we tend to do. This is the optical delusion that our body is a solid mass. Actually, it's a constantly evolving collection. Not solid as we think it is, not static, rather. that it's a collection of particles, a collection of part of the universe that all comes together and chooses to remain together to create what we call ourselves. Come to center, move to a Sufi grind. And to feel your body now as something that's constantly evolving. This tangible form that we're so familiar with. A collection of molecules choosing to come together here and now. Change direction. Beautiful. Stay beautifully connected to your breath, to the movement. And come to center. We're going to drop your chin to the chest. We're not going to go all the way around in neck rolls. We're going to roll over, look over the left shoulder, and then roll across the chest and look over the right shoulder. So we're not rolling backwards. And again, really allow your body to lead this movement, trusting that your body knows exactly what it needs. Feeling this very organic movement. Beautiful, just keep going. You feel the release in your shoulders and your neck. And come to center. Coming onto your hands and your knees. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And start moving through cat and cow. So inhale as you drop your belly down and look up. And exhale as you curl up. Always allowing your body to lead you. Beautiful. Completely connected to the movement. And feel the movement as flowing with the universe. So we're not moving against, we're moving with. And this can only happen when we let go of judgment and we surrender to the flow. And of course, the body, being part of the universe, really knows exactly how it needs to flow. Unfortunately, the mind tries to take control. But if we can just get back into trusting. Beautiful. Come back to center. Take your right hand, slide it underneath your left arm. Drop your shoulder, drop your ear to the mat. Stretch your arm out. Beautiful. Now take a tiny micro movement and shift your weight to the right, opening the left side even more. And this should feel so good through your shoulders. Breathing into it. Beautiful. Come to center, changing sides. Taking the left arm underneath the right, drop the left shoulder, drop the ear, extend the right arm. And then a tiny micro movement as you shift your weight to the left, opening up the right side even more. Surrender and release. Breathe into it. Beautiful. Come back to center. Tuck your toes under. Straighten your legs. Press your heels down to the mat. Lift your tailbone up. Press your chest towards your thighs. Completely relax your head and your neck. Beautiful. And you can start to lift and lower your heels, walking it out. And exaggerate the movement now, going all the way into the hips. Beautiful. Breathing into it, staying present with the movement. Come back to center. Step your right foot between your palms. Straighten your right leg and step your left foot one step closer. And then just relax your chest along this right leg. Relax your hips. Soften your head and neck. Breathe into it. Beautiful. Walking round to center, both feet facing forwards. Deep breath in, lift your backs, lengthen your spine, and exhale, relax down to center. Grab hold of your ankles, lift your tailbone up, shift your weight into the balls of your feet. Breathe into it. Keep your weight shifting forwards. And then walk over to the left foot, turn both feet to face the left side, and lengthen your chest now along that left leg. Beautiful, long, deep breathing. Soften the head, soften the neck. And coming back to center. Bend your knees, come briefly to a squatting posture, and then sit back down, opening out your legs. Roll forwards onto your sitting bones. Lengthen your spine, engage your belly. Deep breath in, and exhale, reach your chin towards your toes. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Beautiful. Very nice. Inhale up, exhale down. With each exhale, notice your chest coming a tiny bit closer towards your thighs. Inhale up to center, turn to face the right leg, and deeply relax down to the right. Softening and surrendering. Coming into that space of awareness. And inhale up, turn to the left, and exhale down. Deeply relax here. And coming round to center, and relax to the center. Soften, loosen your hips. Breathing into it. And gently curling up. You can bring the soles of your feet together and bring them as close towards your hips as you can. Maybe just shuffle a little bit closer. Bring your elbows onto your knees and use your elbows to gently ease your knees down towards the mat. Now notice we're not bouncing, we're just gently pressing down. Beautiful. Use your elbows, keep your spine nice and straight. Use the exhale, that's it. Beautiful. And coming up. Turn the soles of your feet to face upwards. Lengthen your spine. So now your soles of your feet are facing the ceiling. Where they would be together. Here they're facing up. Good. Lengthen your spine and just twisting, gently manipulating the ankles. And release. Good. And come to Sukhasana. So we're going to spend a lot of time in Sukhasana today. Remember, if at any point you need to stretch your legs out or adjust your posture, please do so. Really important, as always, to listen to your body. So trying to stick with this theme of becoming compassionate to ourselves by experiencing ourselves as part of this thing we call the universe, of everything that is. We're going to do a movement today, so the palms are facing towards the chest, and it's a very organic rolling movement. So the arms, the body's twisting slightly, and the arms are just moving through the energy field. Now, there isn't a specific way of doing this. You want to really allow your body to be in itself, to feel the rhythm of where you are and allow yourself to go there. You can close your eyes and let's begin. So the torso is moving slightly, the arms are swirling around, palms are more or less facing towards the body. So it's almost as if you're gathering up that beautiful cosmic energy and drawing it into yourself in the most natural way, whatever feels natural for you. And of course, as we move through the auric field like this, we're cleansing it out in such a beautiful, gentle way. So feel that beautiful, compassionate movement as we cleanse the auric field. Beautiful. Notice what's happening to your body. Where is it going? What does it need right now? And surrender to that. Close your eyes if you can. And really be in flow. What is it to be in flow? To be in flow is when we're in the universe. We're not fighting against it. How do we know when we're in flow? We notice how beautiful everything is around us. Maybe we're seeing shooting stars. Or maybe we know what's going to happen just an instant before it happens. And we invite that compassion. We invite that flow. It's so much easier to fall out of flow, to not recognize flow. So with deep compassion and gentleness, cleansing the auric field and just inviting in all of that beautiful cosmic energy, recognizing that we're not separate from it, but part of. Beautiful. Just keep that swirling movement. Your body knows exactly where to go. And you'll notice in that instance where you try and control it, that it just doesn't feel right. But when you surrender to it, it feels so beautiful. And only a few more seconds. Stay with it. Stay in this movement. Beautiful. And release. Bring your hands to your knees. And just pause here. Notice how the atmosphere around your body has changed. Maybe you recognize that the edges feel a little bit blurry, no longer separate from the universe, but blurring into the universe. Widening your circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in all of its beauty. Take a beautiful long deep breath in. Squeeze more band, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles. Hold your breath. Visualize the breath as a beautiful healing white light. Take more breath in. And exhale. Feel what you're feeling. Beautiful. Now you can come onto your knees if it's okay for you to be on your knees, otherwise remain in Sukhasana in a seated pose. So we're going to do the same exercise that we did in part 1 of this series. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lift your chest up, drop your head back with breath of fire. And if it feels possible, lifting your hips up off your heels with the breath of fire. So it's kind of a modified, somewhere between bridge pose and wheel pose. And let's go. Lifting hips up if can, otherwise lift your chest up, drop your head back, and begin breath of fire. Remember, breath of fire comes from the belly. You need to feel that movement from the belly. You may feel a little bit uncomfortable with your head all the way back. The throat is exposed and vulnerable. Lift the chest up. Open the heart center. Draw the shoulder blades together. If your hips are off your heels, lift them even higher. And everybody, lift your chest up even more. Beautiful, strong breath. Keep the breath of fire going. Keep going. Beautiful. Lovely long deep breathing. Feel the movement in the belly with breath of fire. You can feel it in the throat. Let your head fall even further back. Lift your chest up even higher. That's it. Keep going. Staying present with it. Chest up, head back. We're almost there. Find a way. We're energizing with the breath of fire, stimulating our Nahat and Vishuddha chakras as well as Ajna, the heart, the throat, and the third eye. Inviting vulnerability. And see if you can feel compassion for yourself in this movement. It's a really challenging posture, but there's only 10 more seconds. Beautiful. And coming up, and just come over. Bring your forehead to the mat. Shoulders fall to the floor. Hips sink onto your heels and soften there. Surrender completely. Take a long, deep inhalation. Squeeze more bund. Lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, hold the breath. And visualize the breath. Moving to every single cell in the body. Take more breath in. And exhale, release. Beautiful. When you're ready, curling up very slowly and coming to Sukhasana, to easy pose. So we're going to come back to goddess arms, elbows at shoulder height, palms face forwards. Activate the hands all the way up to the fingertips and then reach backwards. So if you look at it from the side, we're slightly backwards. Keep pulling backwards. Feel your shoulder blades coming together. And we're just going to hold here with long, deep breathing. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, the elbows pulling back at shoulder height, palms face forwards, and we're active through to the tops of the fingers. Tuck your tailbone under, lightly engage your belly. The breath is long and deep. Inhaling for the count of 3 and possibly exhaling for the count of 6 if you can, lengthening that exhale. And keep the arms actively pulling backwards, the chest actively lifting up. Beautiful. Open your heart. And feel the outline of your body beginning to blur. As you start to experience yourself as part of, not separate from. Your awareness can go to the point between your eyebrows. Make sure your elbows stay elevated, pulling towards each other behind your back. And in just a moment, we're going to keep the arms where they are. We're going to change the breath. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth with an audible sigh. And on that sigh, really release everything. Release everything that you've been holding on to. Release everything that's keeping you where you are. Release that part of you that feels your separateness. 10 more seconds. Stay with the breath. Keep the arms active. And release. Bring your hands together, interlink your fingers, push them away from your body. Take your arms above your head, deep breath in. Squeeze more bund, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, hold the breath in and circulate the energy. Feel the energy moving through your hands, down your arms, through your body, up your arms, through your hands. Feel that circulation of energy. Take more breath in, hold it. And exhale slowly. Bring your hands down through your auric field. And come to Sukhasana. And just take a moment. Notice the atmosphere around your body as you feel those blurry lines where you can't tell where you end and everything else begins. Start to look upon yourself as part of all that is. Beautiful. You can bring the soles of your feet together, coming once again into diamond pose. Press your feet away from your body, keeping the soles together and gently softening forwards. So for diamond pose, the soles of the feet remain together and we push the feet as far away from the body as we can and soften that chest. Really surrender to this pose. Be here without judgment. Be here without expectation. And let's just listen to these words again. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling, as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion, to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in all its beauty. And as you surrender completely to this forward bend, you feel yourself melting, softening, surrendering. Feel the compassion in your heart, directed always towards yourself first. Knowing that as you accept yourself, you begin to accept all that is. As we let go of self-judgment, we begin to experience compassion. And without compassion, there is no resilience. Beautiful, long, deep breath in, remain where you are. Squeeze more bund, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, and visualize the breath as it circulates through your body. Each and every single cell alive with this healing energy. Take more breath in, hold it, lift and squeeze. And exhale, curling slowly up. Feel what you're feeling. And notice how it's almost as if you're completely unaware of the body being separate. It's as if the body is now part of everything. And so every single sensation in your body is a sensation of the universe. And so when we're ignoring what's in the body, we're ignoring the entire universe. We're going to come into a modified Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. So again, if you have any neck or shoulder injuries, please take your legs up against the wall. Otherwise, you can swing your legs up, take them behind you, and bring your hands towards your feet. So please be very careful. Remember to keep your head and neck absolutely still in this posture, because if you turn your head, it's very easy to injure yourself. If you feel like you need to support your back, please keep your hands on your back. Don't take them towards your feet. You can also just simply rest your legs up against a wall. Really listen to your body and trust that your body knows exactly what it needs today. Remember, compassion is tuning into what's happening in the body, observing it and being present to it. Compassion is surrendering and softening into the flow of all that is. Stay with your breath. Relax completely into this forward bend, which of course is a backward bend, but it's a forward bend. Beautiful. And breathing into it. And remember, if you do need to come out of the posture, to bring your hands onto the floor behind you and gently roll out. We learn to practice compassionately. Beautiful. It's a modified version of Halasana, plow pose. Breathing, staying present if you can, absolutely still, trusting that your body knows what it needs. Stay with your breath. Last few seconds. Honoring the part of you that feels connected to all that is. Honoring the part of you that remembers that it is not separate. Beautiful. Bring your hands to the mat, press very firmly on your palms, and very gently rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to Sukhasana, to easy pose, to Shavasana, lying on your back with your feet mat distance apart, with your palms facing up and your eyes closed. That's it. And take a beautiful long deep breath in. Squeeze more bund, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, hold the breath in. And visualize the breath as it circulates through your body. Take more breath in. And exhale, release. Feel what you're feeling. Be completely present in your body. Every single sensation. Breathing into it. Softening and surrendering. Feeling a beautiful compassion. And really experiencing how that compassion aids your resilience, makes you stronger and more flexible, open to curiosity. And then on your next inhale, hug your knees into your chest. Rock gently from side to side. And we're going to start to roll all the way up and all the way down, massaging the spine. Get your breath into rhythm with your movement. Close your eyes. And just imagine all of the energy in the body being distributed through the spine. Such a simple movement, but so powerful. That playfulness that reminds us of what a gift it is to be alive. This morning I noticed a troop of monkeys have decided to make their home in my tree. And as they started climbing down the tree, exploring the world, the morning, such a beautiful playfulness in them, just this natural playfulness. And if we think of the universe, isn't the universe so playful? And somehow, as humans, we feel that this playfulness isn't part of our experience. You can only be playful when you're a child. But really, the playfulness is so key to our resilience, to our strength, to our compassion. We think of great leaders, people who've done great things. If you've read the Book of Happiness with Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama, their biographer says they laughed the whole time. There was so much joy in their conversation. And to feel that joy now in this movement, have a little bit of fun for the last few seconds. Just feel how wonderful it feels. Beautiful. And then rock all the way up. Come up to Sukhasana, to easy pose. And take your arms straight up above your head, forming a halo over the top of your head. And just start to breathe into that halo. Feel the energy as it circulates through your heart center, Up your arm through your hands, down your arm through the heart. Beautiful. It's the book of joy, by the way, not the book of happiness. Breathing into it. And there's no weight in your arms because your arms are not separate from the universe. Your arms are part of all that is here. So there's just this lightness as you experience yourself. These blurry edges, not separate from but part of. Feel the energy flowing. Breathe into the center of your heart. And exhale, release, let go of that part of you that feels the separateness. Inhale, connect to the part of you that is part of. With a deep compassion. Soften your jaw, relax your tongue. Your arms are getting lighter and lighter as you connect more and more. And let's smile, beautiful big smile. Deeply connected to that joyful part of you. So much compassion. Free yourself from the prison of separateness. Widening the circle of compassion. Notice how your arms are getting even lighter. Stay with your breath. Feel the energy circulating. And then your next inhale, stretch your arms up, palms face towards each other. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze more bund, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, hold the breath. Allow the breath to move to every single cell in your body. Feel the energy bouncing between your palms. And turn your palms to face outwards. Exhale. And come to stillness. When you're ready, lying down on your back in Shavasana for the final relaxation. You may prefer to lie on your side and cover yourself with a blanket. Just give yourself permission to come to the most comfortable relaxation posture for you, whatever that feels like. You can relax your feet, your calves and thighs. Relax your hips and buttocks. Abdomen and chest. Relax hands and arms, neck and shoulders. Relax face, eyes, nose, mouth, and tongue. The whole body is relaxed. And your awareness goes to your heart center. Begin to feel the beautiful expansion in the heart. Breathing into that space in the heart, where all things are possible. You begin to feel the compassion in your heart, expanding into your chest. Expanding beyond your chest. And that compassion from your heart expanding into your belly, into all of your internal organs. And just pause here at your internal organs for a moment. And feel a moment of gratitude, compassion, and compassion continues to expand through your hips, down your legs all the way down to the tips of your toes, and through your arms to your fingertips. Beautiful awareness. And you start to notice that the compassion isn't contained in your body. It expands beyond what you think of as yourself. And you start to see that the compassion is simply an extension of the universe, part of you. And you feel this compassion as the very essence of nature. It is the cat that nurses the baby chick. It's the little boy who helps the old lady cross the road. Compassion makes us stronger and brings us into flow. And you feel a beautiful peace within. Peace all around you. And peace in all the world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can start bringing your awareness to the rise and fall of your chest. Very gently rubbing your thumb across your fingertips as you move your toes. You can take your arms above your head and have a beautiful stretch, drawing your hands and feet away from each other. And hug your knees to your chest. Roll over onto your right hand side. Look over your left shoulder. And change sides. Come back to center and rub the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands together. And rocking up, come to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Bring your hands together. May the long-time sun shine upon us. All love surround us. And the pure light within guide our way home. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Have a beautiful day.